cavern, which is going to be off to the right of the main map here. And in the center of the cavern, there is a a pedestal made out of bronze, and then off to the right here, you see a tunnelway. I'm honestly actually trying to decipher what the fuck this means, or how this is supposed to be represented. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you see just like a tunnel that is like quite obviously carved stone. It's got like smooth walls, and it goes this way like 20 feet or so, and up to a like a circular metal sort of plate at the top of the ceiling.
It's the hatch.
Yeah, it's of course.
So do you want to swim over to in that direction, or do you want to investigate anything in this little room?
Swim that way, I think.
Nah.
Where'd you go?
This hatch thing.
We're gonna check the hatchway.
Yeah, this way. All right. So moving over to the hatch, you see that there is like a sort of an indented symbol that matches the whirlpool key design that you have on the bottom of the hatch.
Oh.
So do we have the key to
Well,
this?
that's something. Let that sucker on.
You have the key.
Oh, that is.
I will pop that sucker in.
Yes.
No, Mr. Dibbs has the key, I believe. Yeah, he was the one who took it out of the golem, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of staring at the key for like a few seconds longer than it should take. Is this the one? Yes. Oh, okay. So, all right. So I open it.
All right. So you press the key in, and you sort of like push it into the groove, and you feel it sort of depress slightly, and there is some give, but there's also quite a lot of resistance.
Mm-hmm.
You have to kind of like try your like leverage your weight as best you can. Why don't you give me a strength check?
Oh, this is gonna take some effort. 5.
Okay, so you kind of like put your hand on the wall to like put your foot on the wall and your hand on the edge to brace yourself and give it a little oomph. And there's this sharp like sound as
we're all gonna die.
The plate swivels upwards, and you kind of like are thrust up after it, just from the force of your exertion, and you come up into a room right here. This hatch sliding open and like tilting up to a 90-degree angle. A room with bronze-plated tiles and a big old door, similar to the one that you saw in the Chironasium.
Mm-hmm.
And this door has a similar key slot on it.
Oh no, we're getting Tomb Raidered. I know it.
It's the same key slot.
Oh, okay. When he said similar, it's like it's slightly different.
Also of note, there is no water in here.
What?
Oh. What?
Yep.
But
And
now,
as you sort of like stand up, the water does not rise
hmm,
to meet.
and it's pressurized. Insane. What is this place? I mean, it's the vault, but crazy. I just assumed it would be some sort of fishmen that lived down here, and, or that made this.
So
Where?
we're opening the door, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know why we wouldn't.
All right.
Are you climbing into this area here?
No. Stay out, Captain. No captains allowed.
I'm coming with.
All right. So, Mr. Dibbs, as you slide the key into this door,
Can we close the hatch real quick?
the hatch
Yeah.
snaps shut by itself when you
Oh.
put the key into the door, and with a grinding sound of like stone on metal, the door slides open to reveal another room of the same size
What?
and a bigger door, a slightly bigger door.
Are these airlocks?
Son of a bitch.
This door has writing on it in the familiar glyph language, which you are unfortunately unable to read.
We didn't bring the crystal with.
And you
Oh,
see
no.
the walls surrounding you have these like spiraling carvings across them, which are comprehensible. They depict a bunch of sort of either tentacles or like large snakes or something.
No deals.
And yeah, like sort of weaving between like rows and rows of skulls of varying kind, all mostly humanoid, but slight differences. It's like the artist paid quite a bit of attention to detail with the shapes of the skulls and designs written on them. They have like sort of runes carved into them and like little sort of gem etched depictions.
Well, none of this means anything to me. Any of these glyphs and all this writing and shit.
Is there a key on the door or a keyhole?
There is another keyhole in the center of the door. Yes.
Same
The
kind.
same one.
Yep.
This is getting too easy now. What's up with the other one then?
Well, I think you're right. I think this is like an airlock.
Okay.
No point in having different keys for the different doors of an airlock.
Right.
Alright. So you're gonna all step into this room and press the key into the door here.
Yep. Unless somebody wants to do something else.
Nope.
I want to get in here.
Let's get in here.
All right.
In we
Get
go.
in.
Let's get in there. We're getting in there.
So you press the key into the door, and for a second it doesn't do anything, and then you hear a grinding sound as the other door behind you closes. And there's sort of like a minute or so where
Elevator
you
music.
hear nothing really, except for some like faint grinding and like echoes through the wall. And then this door slowly opens,
Ominous.
revealing a large chamber. Which I will reveal to you now. Unlit, so your dark vision, which you have still, correct?
Yeah, I think so. It hasn't gone off.
I think so.
We have
I
what?
wouldn't know, Gerald.
Sorry, what?
Dark vision, yes?
Yeah,
You have it?
yeah, it's up.
Okay. So the chamber is reminiscent of the same sort of size and shape of the massive door above. And you see in the center there's a similar pedestal and chains going up to the ceiling. There are several exits, and you see from the ceiling there are there's like a seam running like this, and there's water dripping out from sort of the center area and down onto the floor around. You see it's sort of like pooled up and corroded or oxidized the metal in an area around it, as well as pooled inside of the slightly bowl-shaped basin of the pillar.
This is an elaborate place.
You also see closest to you there are two like broken statues sort of splayed across the ground. And across the room, two other sort of faint silhouettes of intact statues.
All right. So let's not open up that door. I feel like that's gonna leave a lot of, or bring a lot of water in.
Yeah, yeah.
Although I guess we can handle it.
Yeah, that might also destroy a bunch of stuff in here.
You don't
Yeah.
see any obvious way to open the door either. Although I guess you haven't inspected the pillar yet.
I'm gonna poke this statue with my rapier.
Okay. Yeah, it's like chunks of. It seems to have been like shattered. It is human looking. Part of the face is still intact, and you can see it is. It seems to be like fairly well made. The lines are like sharp and smooth, where the face is supposed to be smooth.
Okay.
Anything in particular you're looking for there?
In the chest or anything?
No. The chest is broken into several pieces. It seems like the person was wearing a like the statue was wearing a robe of some kind. And there was some kind of like staff or spear or polearm of sorts that was being held, but has of course broken into several different pieces.
Okay.
They're very. Are they human or are they human-like?
It's hard to tell with them like broken apart. You could try and attempt to like piece them back together if you wanted to get a better.
Yeah, I'll try to piece together one of their faces or something.
Probably the captain, because she's got eye problems.
All right.
And then Gerald is going to be right back.
Okay. So Robin and Tara are gonna try and put back together one of this one's head. And Mr. Dibbs, what are you doing while they're doing that?
Well, just doing the keep watch thing. I'm gonna do a circle, check the perimeter, look for things.
Okay.
Maybe poke a bear or two.
So one thing I'll say you notice is this area and this area.
Yeah.
These are passageways that they go off and then drop down, straight down. Well, not straight down, very steeply down, and sort of veer off in this direction after a while. So it's kind of like a slide almost.
Hmm. What's a slide? Like, what do you mean?
Like it's like a metal tube
Oh, okay,
that goes
okay.
down.
Gotcha. I thought like maybe it was all. Yeah. Okay. So that's another. It goes deeper.
You also see pretty like heavy score marks across the sides of the tube, like something scraped against it
Hmm.
many times. Um, Same with the one up here,
Oh, okay.
the top, the darker brown.
So you can go down
Like
these.
it's you can you would be jumping
Hmm.
and in free fall for an
I mean,
indeterminate time unless you took precautions
I'm
otherwise.
looking. I'm looking over, and like, do they go no bottom?
It curves off to the side after about 30 feet.
Oh, you dirty bastard! That's my rope. All right. Well, fuck it. I will deal with that later.
Okay. So
We've
you
got a slide over here.
so you're gonna walk the perimeter and sort of look out through each of these. Get to that in well. Here we'll reveal those and then go to
Yes.
Tara and Robin. But I feel like that will probably take longer than you walking around this room.
Yeah, because that's all I'm doing. I'm not going to investigate too much. I'm just.
So, yeah, this turns and is like a ramp that goes down.
Okay. Yeah, this is as far as I'd go, just to see.
Yep, it's a fairly steep descent.
Okay.
Um,
And then. Yeah, if I
these
poke around the corner, just if I get a little more. Okay. Yep. Ah.
yeah, it keeps turning down.
All right. Yeah. Okay. We've got a slide, a ramp. They probably all go to the same place. Maybe not. Maybe the ramp or maybe the slides go right into the vault, like a drop safe.
So this one, there's some kind of like altar
Oh Jesus.
carved from stone there.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck with that at all. I don't want to look at it.
Yep.
Nope.
There seems to be like a serpent, eel, snake type theme to it
Shit.
from casual glance.
I killed a bunch of eels. Didn't even let him escape.
Now you'll face the eel god.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third one is seems to be a mirror of the first.
All right. Yeah, just to take that look. Okay. All right. Nothing important. Nothing except for that altar over there. There's a creepy ass snake eel altar and 2 slides and 2 ramps.
Did we learn anything?
I don't know. Creepy ass altar.
Is there an urn that we can take?
Yes. Always.
You don't see any urn in the immediate vicinity.
I look over there with the spyglass.
There's no urn by the
Okay.
altar.
No, there's no frickin' end.
There is a pile of like stone rubble or something right there, like an uncut rock maybe.
I'm not touching anything over there though without the magic people.
So we'll one thing. So while you're sort of like over here-ish,
Okay.
Mr. Dibbs, doing your circuit, Tara and Robin, you're able to sort of put the face mostly back together of this person. And the statue is carved in a it's very well carved. To answer your question, it does appear to be a human for all intents and purposes. It's a man's face, very like
That is a man's face.
like beautiful and like smooth features. Think like a Greek style statue with just like
Right.
Yeah.
that sort of
So it
aesthetic.
tracks with that last guy. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
And the head is tilted at the one thing you notice, the head is tilted at a very strange angle. It looks like the statue is like looking over a shoulder or something, just from like the way the neck is twisted.
They broke this statue's neck.
So whatever the posture of it was somewhat unusual. Mr. Dibbs, going by these over here, this one is sort of standing with like legs spread out, wearing a sort of like robe with like armor plates, sort of like woven into the like chest and arm area,
Okay.
and is holding a spear in one hand and sort of holding a hand out like with sort of like a stop gesture, looking down this this hallway with a sort of like resolute, sort of firm look, and it has similar sort of smooth, beautiful features. It seems to be a woman with kind of like a combed back mane of sort of like kind of like a mohawk almost.
All right. Immediate theory. This was a guard telling something that got summoned from this altar to stop, and then they turned her to stone. So, yep, not fucking with that altar.
And this one over here is kind of like kneeling down, sort of prostrated, almost as if in prayer, and sort of looking up with the head like cocked to the side slightly.
Over where is the side?
This one.
Which side?
Looking like this way.
Oh, okay.
And the face looks
Terrified.
like solemn,
Oh. All right.
almost resigned.
We're all dead. Time to pray.
Similar clothing and characteristics as the others.
Yep.
This one is
Oh, Robin, make sure to get an old talisman and wear it outside again. Body camo.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Don't know what to make of them. I want to hop down a slide here soon.
Well, up,
I
down.
want you guys to all give me notice rolls.
All right. Oh,
No penalties.
I guess also when I got done with my thing, I would be
Three.
looking into the water.
Robin got a 3.
Incredible. Give me that. Oh, hey, damn it! D4s are so hard to pick up. Give me that. 2. My eye patch.
Nope. No
2.
penalties. All right. 3, 3, 2. Sounds good. Continue.
I look at the water while holding on to the chain.
It's like murky and very like tinted with like metal filaments and stuff.
Really? Ick.
Yeah, it's nasty.
All right. I can.
And these chains do go all the way up to the wall. It's just that they're sort of like cut off because they're above the plane of view.
Yep.
After this point.
I'd hop onto here.
Maybe
Yeah.
Or this, I'm guessing, like bronze platform thing.
No, this goes down.
Those
This
are
is
slides. That's what I was saying. There's slides and platform. Or
it goes
ramps.
pretty much straight down for 30 feet and then sort of slopes off to like this general direction.
And it looks like they just chuck shit down it. Because there's
Yeah, like
skull
a-
marks.
Garbage chute type thing almost.
But maybe, for copious amounts of gold. They just dump entire, just huge amounts of gold down these things.
Seems likely.
Yes.
Looking at the pillar here, this sort of like ring in the center is a
So is the blue the pillar, or is the whole thing the pillar?
no, this part is the pillar. The blue is like a pool of water that's in at the sort of slightly basin center of the pillar,
Okay.
which this is like maybe 5 feet tall,
Okay.
and maybe like 4 feet tall. So you can sort of look over the edge
Alright.
pretty easily.
Then I'd hop up onto it. I thought it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a notice roll, Mr. Dibbs.
Hiya! Hiyo! 5.
Okay. As you sort of examine it, you see there is a small hole in the center of this basin. Also, there is like water dripping down from above, the cracks,
Okay.
the door to the ocean.
There's a little hole in this basin here. Don't know what that means. Maybe we find something and stick it in there.
Maybe.
I'm all about sticking things in holes.
Did Mr. Dibbs go down this way?
He glanced down and saw there was some kind of statue. I was like, nope, I don't want to look at that very much.
No, I gave you guys a report. I told you there was an altar.
It has snake, serpent, and eel like imagery from the vague glance.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not fucking with no altar.
You guys are gonna go down and take a look at it.
Slowly peek around the corner, but yeah.
Okay. So there are, as you can see, there are flanking it a couple of different kinds of like serpent, snake, and eel like sort of statues, and they kind of like come out from the base of this statue a little bit. This one is a it depicts like a woman who is bound in chains with her arms in sort of like a splayed out like T, bound to the like necks of the snakes, and has like a veil over her face disguising features. On the base of the statue there is several rows of text.
Now we gotta find out one of those crystals.
And then this right here is a some kind of roughly hewn stone, as well as a bunch of like crumbled dust or like powder.
Any of it magical? Or have an aura, I guess?
No. No overt magical aura. This area also slopes, ramps sloping down off to the left and right. What'd you say, Kevin?
What is this dust at the bottom here?
It's like pulverized stone.
Okay. Can I fix him up and run it through my hands?
Yeah, it's some of it is like the consistency of powder. Others is like gravel.
BRB.
There are a couple of larger chunks, sort of interspersed between.
I'm gonna just walk down to like here and look down this hallway.
It continues to spiral down for some time.
And then I'll verify that the same thing happens down here.
That does.
Where's Mr. Dibbs during all this?
Looking at this basin,
Uh-uh.
unless there's something else you want to do, Mr. Dibbs, or an experiment you want to run on the basin. Mr. Dibbs is there.
Well, I guess I'll go check out these other
He's
hallways.
drowned in the basin.
Keep
Alas.
my head around.
They also spiral down.
They both. Everything spirals downward.
Everything is sort of like corkscrewing, spiraling down deeper, yes.
Well, it's all down from here.
That's right.
Is there any cracks or anything at the floor to suggest that the floor opens?
Looking at it, it's harder to see here, or like out here. But looking right here, where the water is sort of like worn down, you do see like a crack that is a little bit wider at that point.
And
And
the dental crack, it's a straight.
yeah, it's a straight seam like thing. And as you sort of like move around, you do see there seems to be a similar like sort of cross formation. Yes. So it does in fact seem to be another door, or whatever you want to call something that large.
Oh, I wonder if these are here are just like flood control. In case there starts to be too much water. Does it slope down to these drains? Like would water come here before it would go down this hallway?
Down to like here.
Yeah, I guess what's the gradient of like this main room?
There is a slight slope down.
Okay.
Not like really steep or anything, but yeah, it slightly slopes to the center.
Well, what do you guys want to do?
I don't know. We didn't go all the way down one of these things?
Nope. Pick a door.
Well, I don't really care. Let's pick one, because I don't know what to do with this altar. I don't even know if there is anything to do with the altar.
All right, let's go down this one.
Okay. You guys just... Alright, you're gonna go down the one where Robin is?
Yep.
Alright. Mr. Dibbs, are you there?
I drag Mr. Dibbs along.
Push
We'll
him in
assume
front.
that he's coming. And that he's going in front.
Willingly.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, please let me reveal. Cute. Okay, so you continue heading down to the loading screen.
Is this for our purposes, or is there a 1 inscribed in the wall?
No, this is for player
Okay.
GM reference only.
Okay.
This is a sort of it's a ramp that goes down and has sort of like a domed, arched ceiling that goes up about 15 feet or so.
All right, what'd you summon? Are we all dead?
So they investigated the spirals and stuff, and then determined to go down this one.
Okay.
And you guys are gonna go very far down
You didn't piss off any snake gods?
to like the bottom of the screen.
We didn't, you did.
What? How?
Yep.
What did I do?
Yeah, you have died now.
Oh, fuck.
Your corpse is possessed by the snake god.
All right.
It's
well,
better this way.
my first decree is, I don't know, that
Oh, are these
free,
the brain snakes from the other campaign?
free eggs for everyone.
Yes, they've come to take revenge on Annabelle.
Uh-huh.
Down here.
Oh.
So you spiral down, like basically a half the perimeter of this circle. And
down into a personal hell.
the tunnel turns out into another area. I want you guys all to make another notice roll as you continue.
Hiya!
Sort of as you get towards the bottom of this.
11.
5
13.
without penalties.
Okay,
Oh, way to
So-
show off, Two Eyes.
you all hear this time sort of stirring and echoing from deeper down. There's like this like a chorus of sort of like hissing, rustling
Does
sounds.
anyone speak, what is that, Hassel tongue or something?
Parcel tongue.
Parcel tongue.
Parcel tongue?
Get the nerd
Ha-
shit
Hassel-
right.
Hassel tongue is how you speak to David Hasselhoff.
Exactly. That's you nailed it. That's exactly the joke I would have made.
Yeah, so hissing and like
Not hassling.
shuffling sounds,
Hasselhoffing.
slithering.
If I hear any Hasselhoffing, I'm out of here.
Had to be snakes.
Yep. It had to be.
Well, okay.
All right, peek out. This seems to be a
A brood den.
another massive room of similar proportions.
Oh my god, those giant fucking slides better not be where the big ass snakes go in and out of. Because again, I'm out. We're done. We're leaving. We're leaving the deep vault. The deep vault belongs to giant snakes at that point.
Yep. So another grand room. This one is a little bit less wet than the first one, but you do see still some like dripping coming down from the center and into a basin here.
Now look in this one.
Um,
Can I look?
so yes, these all go up and down.
Oh, it's both. It's
Yep. It's sort of like just a cutout of like a vertical shaft,
huh? How would you?
somewhat vertical
So
shaft.
they must. So something they might catch. What's falling from the up top part? If you wanted to get no, it's just if you drop something from up top, it goes all the way down.
Yeah, and like past this sort of
Yeah.
window into
They,
the.
they yell and you try to catch it.
There you go.
Hey, 4.
Incoming giant ton of gold. Catch that shit.
Yeah. One thing you notice, Mr. Dibbs, as you sort of like head out here, these two statues are definitely not humans.
Oh,
Even though I use the same icon.
what
They-
are, what,
they're,
what are these?
they're some kind of like
Pope.
twisted like frog fish like humanoid monster.
What the hell are these? We got some type of frog fish man monster over here.
This one is sort of like crumpled onto the floor, like curled up into like an almost fetal position with like a hand over its head, like cowering.
Hmm.
And then this one is sort of like in a like a low to the ground combat stance, and it has like a some kind of like knife. Looks like carved out of bone, held in its hand.
That's not going to do you any good. Is it like looking at this this door?
Yes.
Okay. Huh.
This door has a bunch of like coiled like bands sort of wrapped around each other, like rings sort of circling each other across the surface.
More magic shit. What's this one?
It is shattered, but it seems to be a similar structure as to like the frog fish monster.
Frog fish man monster thing. Weirdos.
I'm going to try to find another seam in the floor.
More semen.
Okay. Give me a notice roll, Robin. And what is Tara doing? Well, while they're sort of inspecting this area.
Robin got a
They're
6.
just walking this way.
This doesn't connect to that, does it?
No,
Didn't think
there's
so.
a wall there.
That's a mighty thin wall.
Different floor.
Yeah.
Are you talking, Caleb?
Not that we
No,
can
I'm
hear.
thinking.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought I heard you a sound from the other room.
Robin
Yeah,
got
I
a
don't
6.
know. I don't really. Can't really
Uh,
get down.
A 6. Yes, there does appear to be a seam through the floor here. In a similar pattern.
So, is this just like a nuke silo?
Yes. But with snakes.
The snake
You
silo?
hear the hissing sounds rise up again,
Oh,
and
fuck.
louder and a lot
Yeah.
more noticeable now. They sort of echo and reverberate around the chamber.
And I'm going to go to all these tubes and see if I can determine if sounds come
Right.
from one of them
That's
more.
what I was doing too.
Yeah, give me a notice roll.
That's the same thing I did. I'm like, wait, is it coming from below? If we keep going down, are we going into the snake's den? 5.
Got a 10.
Okay. Mr. Dibbs, the 5, you're not really sure exactly.
Yeah.
Robin, the 10, you're pretty sure it's coming from below.
But not from any particular tube,
No.
just from all of the tubes?
Yep.
But downward?
Mm-hmm. And this sort of hissing sound continues for like a solid like 30 seconds or so, sort of rising and falling in pitch, until you hear something a little more distinct than just like the hissing and rustling. It's like a speech.
Oh.
Does it speak this?
It's speaking our language?
Yes.
Did it say, does it speak?
Does it speak this?
Should I
Do I hear that?
Do we all?
Yep, you guys all hear this. It's echoing through the chamber.
should I respond?
Yes! I just do.
Yeah, we speak.
Good. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who are you?
Adventurers.
Friends.
Friends
Seekers of fortune.
of who?
Did,
Many people.
did we learn what the name of these people were in our last like?
The only they did not reference themselves by name at all. No.
Who was the goddess? It was what was her name?
It was they referred to their what you presume to be their deity as only as the angel.
Yeah, may the angel bless is what's up here.
Mhm.
The Golden City. We could say the Golden City, but ain't Friends of the Golden City.
Yep, that one.
Okay. Okay, yeah, Friends of the Golden City.
Interesting. Then you
Who are
know who I am. Yes.
Well, I gave that one away.
As you say, who are you?
Yeah.
We've only heard.
You do not.
We've only heard. We're not.
We know who you are, but we want to test you to make sure. So
Something tells me I am known as Keto, guardian and prisoner of this place.
He's a guardian in prison?
Guardian and prisoner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Why are you here?
Because I was bound here, imprisoned by the followers that you are friend to, and turned into
Oh,
a
we hate those guys.
monster.
Oh. So, are you...
How long have you been here for?
Yeah.
I have lost track of the years. It has been ages, I presume.
The, were you imprisoned solely to protect this place, or also to just imprison you yourself? And it's kind of a win-win.
The latter. The blade cuts both ways. It is my punishment and my duty to stay within this place
Why are you being punished?
forevermore. Such is the will of the Great One. From perceived crimes committed long ago.
I take it you
Such
did.
dealings are above the concern of one such as you. Something tells me from your numerous questions that you are not friends. The Immaculate followers. The choir.
I just look at, the girls and
Is
just kind of
this
shrug.
true?
Like, does it matter at this point?
Yeah, that was bullshit. We assumed you were friends to them too, so.
You have come here to steal from me, yes.
Mostly
I don't know.
to learn.
Also, do you really own your prison?
I own my prison because I am the only one within.
Just throwing this out there. Do you seek release?
I would not have to. I am not here by choice. Certainly.
Honestly, fuck the Golden City.
If you were to enter deeper into the vault, I could help you. You come to steal. You can take what you wish.
What happened to these
Well-
fish monsters?
They tried to steal. I did not say that it would not come with risk of death. But surely you would have known this so far. I am guardian of this place, and while I have no desire to stay as such, I must fulfill my role.
What can we do to break this need to guard?
You could try to release me. It would be dangerous, but you would earn a great reward from the things that I protect, and I would be in your debt.
So, speaking quietly, or at least
Trying
not
to.
shouting.
Yeah.
Be like, I'm not super down with someone being imprisoned for like thousands of years anyway.
Also, a big old monster serpent to help fight the whatever. I can't remember these guys' names now.
Yeah, I don't want to end up like them.
Oh yeah, and the fish monsters too. He's got some defenses. I'm all for releasing this unknown serpent demon thing.
What do you think, Tara?
Yeah, that release a giant serpent. Sounds cool.
Yeah.
Dude, so real quick, can I make an occult roll to try to determine what
Yeah.
could turn someone to stone?
Sure.
I thought we did this before,
I don't know.
but there's like basilisk and whatnot. And,
Well, basilisks don't turn people to stone.
that's whatever. Yeah. And
Robin got a 9.
and
A 9?
And Luca did an occult on this serpent thing
Okay.
with a 9 as well.
Okay, so I mean the most like
Oh shit! 15. Sorry, not a 9.
in terms of like giant serpent creatures of the occult, there are of course dragons,
Yep.
and drakes, which come in a variety. Some of them are longer and more serpentine. It's possible it could be something like that. Not you. Luca knows that dragons are like incredibly powerful and dangerous, especially the very old ones.
Okay. So thousands of years old.
Yeah, they are also incredibly rare.
Okay.
Drakes are a little bit more common, although still very formidable, and sort of like lesser, less intelligent versions of dragons. Maybe even younger dragons, some have theorized.
Okay. So like, there's no like just legendary sea serpent.
I mean, there's also, of course, things such as that.
Okay.
Although those things are less documented, as they
Right.
usually tend to leave no survivors or those who are addled.
All right.
Robin, in terms of thinking about things that turn to stone, the one that sticks out in your mind the most is the Gorgon, which is a type of lightborn that has a petrifying gaze.
Is that
they also reportedly have snake hair.
Is that in the bestiary?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that they had was an Archon, right? Which is also a Lightborn?
Correct.
Does that look like what that statue thing looked like?
The face was veiled on the statue.
But did it have like snake hair?
It didn't really have hair per se. It was like it was sort of like a hooded veil type thing, so the hair was concealed.
Okay.
If it had any.
Okay. Yeah. I'll I'll I'm gonna go ahead and throw up telepathy.
Telepathy,
Telepathy.
telephone,
Yeah, telepathy.
Yep.
mind blink,
That's it.
whatever word you want to use for it.
Yeah. Now seems like a good time where we may want to talk without talking. And I'll share my Gorgon revelations.
Okay. As you guys are sort of processing this information, that the hissing sort of continues around you, and the voice says, "I must say, it is good to have such talkative guests."
Oh, we haven't had much conversation.
Not for a very long time.
So, telepathically, I say we're in favor of freeing her.
I think so.
Maybe.
I think so.
We get some sort of revelation down the line.
That we shouldn't. That, you know, would be the worst thing we could do.
Okay. Yeah.
So, if you would mind not attacking when you see us, that'd be great.
What do you need us to do in order to free you from your bonds?
You must come to the vault through the door that lies before you. There will be violence.
I was just about to, like, open it, like, try and shove it open, and then
You-
violence. hold on.
You may die, but if you free me, I swear I will repay you. And
But-
you may steal all you can in the meantime.
What kind of violence should we expect?
Copious amounts.
A cornucopia.
I cannot be specific.
Oh, you can't be specific enough. Please.
Such is my bond.
Oh.
So you're
I am only able to speak to you through my serpents.
Oh.
It has taken centuries to master the tongues through them.
I suppose this is all very hissy, like even more than you're doing.
Very hissy. Yeah, I am incapable of
Yep.
doing
Yep.
how hissy this is.
Right. So we are hearing this through just huge whispers.
It actually, like, you've heard it enough. It sounds like a chorus of snakes just like hissing in different ways to sort of like approximate human speech.
Okay. So yeah, she found a loophole. Or it, yeah.
all right.
They silenced her, but the snakes can still talk through hissing. What Could we approach through the large tunnels?